ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಬಾರದವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ನಾರಾಯಣಂ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯಂ ನರಂ ಚೈವ ನರೋತ್ತಮಂ ದೇವಿಂ ಸರಸ್ವತಿಂ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ತತೋ ಜಯಮುದೀರಯೇತ್. ನಷ್ಟಪ್ರಾಯೇಷು ಅಭದ್ರೇಷು ನಿತ್ಯಂ ಭಾಗವತ ಸೇವಯ ಭಗವತೆ ಉತ್ತಮಶ್ಲೋಕೆ ಭಕ್ತಿರ್ಭವತಿ ನೈಷ್ಟಕಿ. ಮೂಕಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ಪಂಗುಂ ಲಂಘಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ ತಮಾಂ ವಂದೇ ಶ್ರೀಗುರು ದೀನತಾರಿಣಂ ಪರಮಾನಂದಮಾಧಂ ಚೈತನ್ಯಮೀಶ್ವರಂ. ಓಂ ಅಜ್ಞಾನತಿಮಿರಂಧಸ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಂಜನಾಶಲಾಕಯ ಚಕ್ಷುರುನ್ಮಿಲಿತಮೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ನಮಃ ಓಂ ವಿಷ್ಣುಪಾದಾಯ ಕೃಷ್ಣಪೃಷ್ಠಾಯ ಭೂತಲೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತೆ ಭಕ್ತಿವೇದಾಂತ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಿತಿ ನಾಮಿನೇ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರಸ್ವತೆ ದೇವೆ ಗೌರವಾಣಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರಿಣಿ ನಿರ್ವಿಶೇಷ ಶೂನ್ಯವಾದಿ ಪಾಶ್ಚಾತ್ಯ ದೇಶ ತಾರಿಣಿ. ಜಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಭು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ಅದ್ವೈತ ಗದಾಧರ ಶಿವಾಸರಿ ಗೌರ ಭಕ್ತ ವೃಂದ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. ಹರೇ ರಾಮ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಓಂ ತತ್ಸತ್. Welcome you all for Bhagavatam discussion. So we continued after few days break yesterday. So today we're going to discuss from Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text 5. This is the very, very wonderful shloka. Let's discuss. Let's try to meditate on this. Please, can somebody read this? It's been allocated.
Prabhuji, I allocated to Saurav Prabhuji. Yesterday he came, and whenever he's coming, he's showing interest to read, no?
Okay.
So that's why I allocated, and today he did not
let somebody else read, no problem.
Just sloka I'll read.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
And translation and purport somebody can read.
Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavanishvaro Hari Srotavya Kirtithavyascha Smartavyas Chehata Bayam. Translation and purport. Anybody wants to read?
Yes, Mataji, I will read. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Srila Padaki Jai. O descendant of King Bharata, one who desires to be free from all miseries must hear about, glorify, and also remember the personality of Godhead, who is the super soul, the controller, and the savior from all miseries. In the previous verse, Sri Sukadeva Goswami has described how the foolish, materially attached men are wasting their valuable time in the improvement of the material conditions of life by sleeping, indulging in sex life, developing economic conditions, and maintaining a band of relatives who are to be vanquished in the air of oblivion. Being engaged in all these materialistic activities, the living soul entangles himself in the cycle of law of fruitive actions. This entails the chain of birth and death in the 8,400,000 species of life. The aquatics, the vegetables, the reptiles, the birds, the beasts, and the uncivilized man, and then again the human form, which is the chance for getting out of the cycle of fruitive action. Therefore, if one desires freedom from this vicious circle, then one must cease to act as a karmi or enjoyer of the results of one's own work, good or bad. One should not do anything, either good or bad, on his own account, but must execute everything on behalf of the Supreme Lord, the ultimate proprietor of everything that be. This process of doing work is recommended in the Bhagavad Gita 9.27, also where instruction is given for working on the Lord's account. Therefore, one should first of all hear about the Lord when one has perfectly and scrutinizingly heard, one must glorify his acts and deeds, and thus it will become possible to remember constantly the transcendental nature of the Lord. Hearing about and glorifying the Lord are identical with the transcendental nature of the Lord, and by so doing, one will be always in the association of the Lord. This brings freedom from all sorts of fear. The Lord is the Supersoul, Paramatma, present in the hearts of all living beings, and thus by the above hearing and glorifying process, the Lord invites the association of all in His creation. This process of hearing about and glorifying the Lord is applicable for everyone, whoever he may be, and it will lead one to the ultimate success in everything in which one may be engaged by providence. There are many classes of human beings: the fruity worker, the empiric philosophers, the mystic yogis, and ultimately the unalloyed devotees. For all of them, one and the same process is applicable for achieving the desired success. Everyone wants to be free from all kinds of fear, and everyone wants the fullest extent of happiness in life. The perfect process of achieving this here and now is recommended in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is uttered by such a great authority as Srila Sukadeva Goswami. By hearing about and glorifying the Lord, all a person's activities become molded into spiritual activities, and thus all conceptions of material miseries become completely vanquished.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai. Wonderful, wonderful sloka. So, sloka says, Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma. Tasmad, who is unmuted? Please mute yourself, please. Okay. So, Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma. Tasmad, because he says, for this reason. What is the reason? The previous slokas explains how this material world is, that how miserable conditions that, and how people are engrossed in material things. And that's the explanation Sukadeva Goswami giving. And it says, for this reason, what is the solution? Bhagavan Ishwaro Harihi. Bhagavan, who is Bhagavan? Supreme Personality Godhead. Ishwaraha is a controller. He is a Hari. And so what? Shrothavya, Kirtitavya, cha, Smarthavya cha. Three things. Smaranam, Kirtanam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. These three things. We have to hear, we have to speak, and remember. These things. Shrotavyascha, Kirtavyascha, Smartavyascha. This is what is Icha. Ichat, one who desires. What is that? Abhayam, freedom. So the Prabhupada translates here saying that one who desires to have abhaya, freedom. We said Bhadra Purnima, which is releases from all the abhadras. Similarly, abhaya means which removes all the bhayas. The different bhayas Prabhupada explains here, different fears. That different people have different fears. Now, this hearing about Supreme Lord, Bhagavan Ishvara Harihi, and Kirtitavyasya, just not hearing. You have to speak, you have to repeat, you have to tell to others. And not only that, you have to remember. That's why Prabhupada says our movement is Krishna conscious movement. We are 24/7 conscious of Krishna. Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj's philosophy. In Prahlad, never forget Krishna. It's always remembering, whatever situation. So how that possible? Prabhupada translates here, and one should have the desire. Krishna will fulfill all our desires. Our desire should be to hear, just to speak, and just remember the glories of the Supreme Lord. That should be the desire. Then I'll get Abhaya. But what is happening today? I think that I have power, I have energy, I have intelligence, I have a follower, I have relatives, I have strength, I can solve my problems. I will do. This is what I think. So my all kind of desires to engage myself in my own activities. With that, what happens? I'll desire more and more material things. So, but if one desires to get rid of all the fear, Abhayam, Abhaya Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he is Abhaya, who can give us abhaya. We can remove all our bhayas. So Prabhupada says that such person always should hear and speak and remember. This is the actually conclusion of all the scriptures, any scripture for that matter. This simply we have to hear the glories of the Supreme Lord and speak and remember. That's it. If these three things done, all our life is successful. All desire should be that. That's why we should be hanker. We should greedy where I can hear more. See the even the Balram in the Adishesha form. He with the thousands of hoods is glorifying the Supreme Lord, Ananta Shesha, and still says that for millions of years he is continuously doing it. Still he says, no, I'm not finished the glorification of the Supreme Lord. Thousands of hoods, thousands of mouths, and I have one small mouth, but still I have no time to speak or I don't chant the holy name, or I have no time to hear the glories of the Supreme Lord. I want to hear so many other things. And what happens if I don't hear? I can't speak, because gigo philosophy, garbage in, garbage out. What I hear, only I can speak. If I hear all outside material things, nonsense, I will speak also nonsense. But if I hear the glories of the Lord, if I hear the holy name, that only will come out. So when I hear, and that should be, we should say that you bring to the Karna Kundala, you bring to the ears, and that should go inside the heart. Then the heart transformation that memory can happen. Otherwise, that will not stay in the memory. Says that's why ISKCON again, generally the joke. ISKCON say ISKCON. It should not be that. I just hear and forget. No. I should hear such a way that it should go inside my heart, transfer my heart. I should actually able to, cleanse my heart. All the anarthas in my heart should get out. Only then my life will be successful. That's why Prabhupada says, foolish materially attached men are wasting their valuable time, because human life is so precious. That too, we got birth in Bharatavarsha, Bharatakanda, this great bhumi where all the pastimes of the Lord happen. And we got this human body. And we got Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's given the holy name. And we got ISKCON, where Srila Prabhupada gave us Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and ISKCON, Prasadam, everything. Still, I don't have time. I run around. There's so many things. I mean, I'm not criticizing anyone, but somehow our society is so engrossed. Even those here regularly, still, I mean, I was talking to one Mataji today. She's saying, my daughter's exam, I'm so busy. Which class daughter? Daughter is a first standard. First standard daughter has got exam. Mother is so busy teaching her. I mean, yesterday also I told the same thing. So we are trying to force the material things on this young child, the very fresh brain, where they don't have time for send the children to any of the spiritual activities. They send them tuition, that tuition, this tuition, math tuition, English tuition, language tuition, morning to evening, that's it. And Prabhupada says they waste their valuable time. Improvement of material condition. Why they doing this? They think that this child will learn, child will score 100%, and child will become a doctor, engineer, or and earn money. This is what happens. And how much will earn, and what will happen that money? Nobody knows. Today's generation, which direction going? That's why Prabhupada says that what they do, sleeping, indulging sex, developing economic conditions, and maintaining a band of relatives who vanquished anyway. All the relatives, they are not going to be permanent here, or will circle in this 84 lakhs of species. There is no way I can get out of it. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, it'll gone. So that there is a chance for us to get out of this cycle. That is what Srila Prabhupada giving this. We have got this opportunity. take up the holy name, take up Bhagavatam and read, speak to others, not only read, speak to others, spread this message and remember to practice and don't become karmi, cease to become karmi. Prabhupada says that you do your activities, spiritual activities, doesn't mean that we should take sannyas, but being in grihastha ashrama or any ashram for that matter, or any varna, doesn't make a difference. Any varna, any ashrama, we can practice devotional service. So one should not anything either good or bad, his own account. So this is a very important. Don't good or bad, both. Good in the sense there are people doing social services, and not against social service. The point is that what are we trying to achieve? We give somebody some cloth, some food one day. Next day, what happens? Next day, that person is hungry. So what you will do? But instead of that, if you teach them the spiritual activities and teach them to chant the holy name, then his karmic reaction will be burnt away. Why he is poor? It's not because of anything else, because of his karma. Each one is poor or rich because of my own karma. So when I do devotion service, my karma will be burnt. So naturally, when surrender to Krishna, Krishna will take care of that. But we don't go in that direction. There was a story, maybe I have told earlier also. Once Narada Muni was going to the Vaikuntha. On the way, he met a rich man. The rich man asked Narada Muni, "Where are you going, sir?" He said, "I'm going to see Lord Vishnu." Then the rich man said to Narada Muni, "Please tell the Lord, do not give me any more. I have sufficient. I've got more than what I require. Please tell Lord, don't give any more wealth." Narada Muni said, "Okay." After some time passing by, he met a beggar. So beggar asked Narada Muni, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to see Lord Vishnu." Then beggar said, "I'm so poor. I don't have anything. Please ask Lord to give me something." So when Narada Muni met Lord Vishnu, Narada Muni asked these two questions. Then Lord replied, "Please tell that rich man, the day you stop glorifying me, the day you stop chanting my name, I will stop giving." So means that he is continuously chanting, continuously remembering, continuously speaking, so he gets more wealth. And to the poor man, Lord said, the day you start chanting my name, the day you start remembering, the day you start preaching, I'll give wealth. So the poor man sitting on the street doing nothing, but he doesn't have, the time to chant the holy name. And I want to become rich. So Prabhupada says here, Bhagavad Gita also says same thing. What is our destination? Depends on what we do. Yad karoshi yad dajnashi, yad dahasyat johoshiyat dadasyat, tat tapasyasya kaunteya, tat kurvasya mat arpanam. Whatever you desire, whatever you do, accordingly you will reach. Wherever you do, whatever you do, eat, whatever you offer, oblation and sacrifice fire, whatever bestow, give it to me, madarpanam, offering to me. Unless we do that, we'll bound in karmic reactions. Our karma is so good that not even realize it, how dangerous it is that. So we should get out of this karma only by devotion service, nothing else. Karma cannot be burned normally. So we should be very careful in that. That's why Prabhupada gives a very, very sarcastic example. Good karma, bad karma is like a wet stool and dry stool. So, both are stool only. So whether wet or dry doesn't make it. That's like good karma, bad karma. Because if you take good karma also, you have to take birth. You have to come back again to enjoy that, karmic reactions. If you bad karma also, you have to take birth again to suffer for that. So both are equally good because coming back to the material world is bad. Dukkhala mashashva, this material world is full of miseries. And it's going to be worse. That's why Bhagavatam says, if you go towards 12th canto, it's very, very elaborately explaining what's going to happen. And we see that. We see that daily, what is happening. Day by day, situation is becoming worse, never going to be improved. So that's why Prabhupada says one should first of all hear about the Lord. When one has perfectly scrutinizingly heard, he must glorify his acts and deeds. So the first and foremost, hearing. And that is the most difficult thing. I'll have so many reasons not to hear. And even if I hear, I will have selective hearing. What I want to only hear. I don't want to hear, even when the instruction comes. If I like that instruction, I take it. Otherwise, I don't hear. Sometime, during discussion, we can make out that person doesn't want to hear because he will bent upon his own activities. He thinks that I'm the intelligent, I'm the superhero, I can do whatever I want. So that's how today's, the so-called materialistic, so-called people are thinking that. So we have to hear and scrutinizingly hear. That's what Prabhupada said. When that scrutinizingly hear, that too about whom? Supreme Lord, nothing else. No other matter, only Supreme Lord. Then my consciousness can be little purified. And then Prabhupada says we should glorify also, because teaching is the best way to learn. One who teaches, he will be able to learn better. Because if I have to teach, I have to understand. Then only I can preach others. That's why Prabhupada says each one teach one while being taught by one. Everybody should take up the process of teaching, process of preaching. Nobody should say that I'm not qualified, I don't have qualification. No. Whatever Prabhupada said, just repeat. That's enough. That itself is teaching. Everybody, each one should take up at least a small, maybe our neighbors, friends, relatives, or colleagues, daily, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, preach, talk about Supreme Lord, talk about the holy name. Because when whatever we heard one place, immediately next day or very next moment, repeat to somebody else. And then it will store there. Because the more you preach, it will store more. And when one perfectly, okay, then he says, when possible, to remember constantly transcendental nature of the Lord. Because we have to remember constantly. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. And Antakalecha Mameka Smarana Muktva Kalevaram. At the time of leaving the body, I should remember. Because I don't know when I am going to leave the body. Always, Prabhupada says, always remember the Lord. Because I don't know when that my time will come. So I should remember always. 24/7, 365 days. Any moment can happen. So one should always in association of the Lord. So association Lord or Lord's devotees. We can take association through Bhagavatam. We can take association Bhagavad Gita, because we can hear by Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we can hear the glories of the Lord, and we can hear the glories of the devotees, and we can hear the instruction from poor devotees like Srila Prabhupada through his purport or through his lectures. So that we can take association. And by doing so, one will always be in association with the Lord and brings freedom from all sorts of fear. So, varieties of fear, like politicians, one kind of fear, losing the power, maybe business people, maybe losing the money or profit, or employees losing the job, or maybe if somebody losing their own relatives or themselves, all the kind of fear is there. But for devotees, the greatest fear is forgetting Krishna. That's the greatest fear. I should have that fear. I should not forget Krishna. And another greatest fear is that I should not come in the trap of Maya. Krishna should protect me, keep me away from Maya. This is the greatest fear. And Lord as a super soul, Paramatma, present in the hearts of every living beings. And thus by above hearing and glorifying the process, Lord invites the association of his creations. So many times people say that, no, I don't have any friends. I don't have, association. No, Prabhupada said, you make association. Your devotees are not there, you make devotees. Preach, neighbors, friends, relatives, colleagues. Make devotees. Then your association is already there. Here, that's what Prabhupada says. The Krishna will give the association of his own creations. All jivas are his creations. All living entities are his creations. He will arrange. Ultimate success in everything is one which may be engaged in providence. What is ultimate success? Ultimate success is the devotional service, engaged in services. Getting a service of the Supreme Lord is the ultimate success. The fruity workers are empiric philosophers, mystic yogis, and ultimately unallied devotees. Whatever level, our ultimate success is to always engage in service of the Lord. And that is the desired result. Every one of us have only desire. Oh Krishna, oh Srimati Radhe, please engage in your service. Hey Radhe, please engage in your service. Give me service. That's the only desire. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, na janam, na dhanam, na sundarim. So I don't want anything. I want only service. This is the mood in which every devotee should practice. And when we do that, Prabhupada says that the perfect process of achieving this here and now is commented in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is uttered by such a great authority like Srila Sukadeva Goswami. By hearing about, glorifying, and all persons' activities becomes molded into spiritual activities. Simply hearing Bhagavatam, simply hearing the holy name, all our activities gets purified. All problem gets solved. Krishna arranges. The other jivas, he is as Paramatma is there, everybody's heart. They make arrangement. All our problems solved. But what happens? I think that I will solve my problem. I will fight. I'll work hard. I'll work 16 hours. I'll work 18 hours. I'll use my intelligence. I'll cheat others. I'll trick others. All these things happens. I think that I'm the intelligent. No, Krishna says I'm the greatest cheater. So if you cheat me, I'll cheat you. That's how Krishna does that. So this is one of the wonderful sloka. All of us can meditate on it, hear about it. Same sloka, 1,000 times here also good, so that we can improve our life. Hare Krishna. I stop here. Devotees can give your comments and realization if any. Please go ahead. How do you think this sloka is? Sorry if I said something wrong. Please forgive me. Who want to start? Maybe other side. Varsha Mataji, you want to start?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class. Yes, Prabhuji. Too many things to understand today. Like I have to leave my desires and only concentrate on Krishna consciousness. And it is very difficult, Prabhuji. Like how you said, Laukik, we have to leave like study and all. It doesn't fetch us anywhere. But then the example of Narad Muni was helpful. Like at least we have to, in whatever we do, remembering Krishna will lead us to that path. And simply asking for not getting things. But yes, Prabhuji, leaving everything to Krishna, and it is very tough. I mean, every day we'll have the fears, every day, how much ever we think, the fear and all will be there. But yes, Prabhuji, practice will make us perfect.
The strong faith should be there.
Yes, yes.
Krishna says 100%. He says, Avashya Rakshabe Krishna. He says, yes, I will protect, provided you have faith in me. You trust me.
Yeah.
Like Acharyas give example, like a small child. The father or mother, they throw the child up. And child doesn't cry. Child laughs because child knows my father will catch me.
Yeah.
The same child, when he grows up, little up, if you throw a child will be shaken because he doubt whether this man will catch me or not.
Yes. So sometimes it will be like whatever you say, no, Prabhuji, everything will be like, oh yeah, true. I mean, I will not get any questions, but sometimes our mood only will be so bad that again some cross things will happen. So it is all.
Yeah. That's why we have continuously keep grilling.
Yes.
What to do? The society is like that.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Kumar Shankar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So the Shravanam and Kirtanam, it is very important. So we have to hear about the Lord as much as possible and also spread his message as much as possible. That should be the ultimate aim of life. But ultimately in this Kali Yuga, now the scientists have researched and told that the attention span is less than 6 seconds. So Attention span is less than 6 seconds nowadays.
6 seconds, huh?
6 seconds is the maximum attention span. It is coming reducing. So even if you tell Krishna, Hare Krishna, that is less than 6 seconds only. So at least we can hear that Hare Krishna. And also regarding the surrender, also we have heard the lectures from Radheshyam Prabhuji. He used to tell that sir under should be there. So if they in Hindi it is sir means head, and if he surrender, then ultimately Lord will protect at any case, Prabhuji. That's the one thing that you have to remember at all the times. Hare Krishna.
That surrender should happen here. You should practice that. When if you cannot put a surrender to other senior devotees, where is the question of going surrendering to Golok Vrindavan?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So that surrender should happen now. Yes, Prabhu. Sumit Prabhu, please add anything missed.
So yeah, you have covered everything almost. So the main points is in this verse is like the futility of the material life. So just because of the selfish gain, whether it is pious activity or sinful, like pious in the sense like some people think of, okay, if I do this activity, then I'll go to a higher destination like Swargloka or anything. But even for that also, they have to take a next birth, and again after their all the pious credits are finished, again they have to take birth here. So that is the futility of the material life when we have a material conception of life, and we have to go through this like species. And so once we get this human form of life that is very rare, then we should understand like what we should do. So the solution is already given, that is stop acting for personal enjoyment and understand the like the goal of life and works towards it. So if one truly wants freedom from this endless cycle, then he should stop working for selfish gains, and instead all action should be done for the satisfaction of the Lord, in the service of the Lord. So that verse you have already quoted, like Yat karoshi, yat joshi, that whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that as an offering to me. That's the Lord says in 9.27. And what is the central process that you told about that Shravanam and Smaranam and Kirtanam? So these are the three activities. So we have to hear, then we have to glorify, and then automatically the remembrance will be there. So this is the central process using which we can elevate our consciousness and like constant association with the devotees. So that all things will actually free one from all fears. So that is the universal process. And that is meant for all, like it's for the karmis, gyanis, yogis, and devotees as well. If this process is followed, then regardless of one's position, everyone's desire freedom from fear and happiness, like whoever he is, everyone wants freedom and happiness. So that is the process that should be followed. Yes, bro.
Maybe each one try to circulate this video to at least 10 groups. Let everybody hear the real problems and solutions. Bhagavatam can give a solution. Let's circulate this video as many people as possible. Yes, Sridhar Mataji, understand.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
The same thing like what Sumit Prabhu has covered, the same only. So our aim should be always to hear, read, glorify the Lord, and chant His holy name to make our lives successful. And we should always remember Krishna and never forget Him. We should always have the desire to serve the Lord. That is the key points, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sudhavadi Mataji. Sudha Mataji, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Yes. So if one wants freedom, what we need to do is we have to come out of this life and death cycle. So even if we do good karma, also we'll be born again to reap the rewards. and even bad karma to suffer on this earth. So so both are like, in one way it is not good. So we have to try to reach Godhead. For that we need to take, like, see, as told, like, we are influenced by all material things around us. But what we can do is we can take little steps, like listening to God, speak about God, kirtanas, and always remembering Him. And what happens when we listen to his stories is, automatically there will be a lot of change. We'll develop love towards him, and how flawless he is. We'll try to imitate him. So if you keep on listening, definitely there will be a change in us. So that way we can take small steps and come out of this life and death cycle, and have freedom. That is the most goal for every one of us. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Raji, thank you. Maria Pandru.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Shravanam, Smartanam, and Kirtanam, attentive hearing without bias, scrutinizingly, and preaching is equally important. Take association with Lord through Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Fear for forgetting Krishna, fear for Maya. Make devotees and associate simply hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Lot of messages, lot of instructions, Prabhuji. I must read and again this particular text and imbibe in my mind and put it in practice. That is my learning, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Most of them have covered, and for us, what is I have to do is that I have to always hear, remember Krishna, and also not just do, but should try to give the knowledge to others as well. That is very, very important. Then the association is also very important of this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and the devotee association, because I think so that will keep us away from materialistic life, and then it becomes a habit, and then I think so it is easier to get out of this material activities. That is true. And I have this one question, Prabhuji. You said good or bad, whenever we are doing, we have to, even if we do goods, we have to come back to enjoy it. I understand that whenever we are performing any activities, we have to keep Krishna in the middle, and then we say that we are performing this, and Krishna is the executor, and we are performing and executing this on behalf of Krishna. This is my example itself. I will take for one small example. I will give. I see a old lady or someone who is struggling to book a taxi. Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll ask, and I will then help them. So when I'm doing this, it's a good thing, I know. But are those things are also making us to come back? Has come to my mind, because this is something which we always do, help others, and see. I know that giving money is not a solution, because that is not working. That is out of question, because that is only sympathy. Empathy is not there. But certain other activities, if we see, if at all we see, we go forward and do it. So how is that? I know I know that pleases Krishna, so I can do it, is what I thought. Is that correct?
Yeah, Mataji. So, if you do for your name, fame, glories, or you start taking credit for it, then you are in trouble. If you do it as a
Okay,
service,
there is no question of taking credit or fame, because no one sees, no one understands, sir.
yeah,
No one comes to know that what I am doing. So that is again correct. Is it right,
yeah,
Prabhu?
you are consciously you do it, and you thank God. Thank God he given me opportunity to serve this poor. That's
Okay.
it. So I'm not. You are actually you are. He is the instrument.
Yeah, that
God
I
is-
that I know. But you have given me the strength to do this, is what I am. Yes.
Yeah. So you are not taking credit for it. You are not showing it off. There are people who do something and take a video, put it in social media, and so on, boost around. I did this, did this. Then they are in trouble.
Okay.
So that's the point. So the point Prabhupada is saying that doing the good, so-called good things, is dangerous. Otherwise, it's okay. So even if you want to give somebody, give some Krishna Prasad, that's good, because anyway we have to feed, because people have to eat. You cannot just leave them. So give them Krishna Prasad. I mean, give them shelter. It's okay, nothing bad. But again, it's all in conscious. Consciousness is not for my name, fame, glory. It's for the Supreme Lord pleasure. Then whole 360-degree change happens. Hope
And
that
I
clarifies.
also encounter this situation in my work, Prabhuji, because I always feel that I should not hurt others. But when they are not doing the work, sometimes we may have to be stern or whatever it is. And I understand that they are not liking it also. But then again, it makes me to think, is Krishna liking it or not? And I have asked this question earlier also, and it keeps repeating. So I try my level best not to hurt someone, but then I have to be stern sometime, because I have to say the work has to be done or whatever it is. I think that is fine or not fine, Prabhu.
See, there are, like, for example, a teacher, a guru, a father has to discipline his children or his subordinates or disciples. The guru cannot be lenient. Guru cannot say that you do whatever I'll do. No. Guru has to discipline. He has to be stern. That's his duty of a guru or father, or the one who is responsible position. For example, police officer. He cannot say that you do whatever I leave you. No, he has to enforce the law. He has to be stern. That is his job. That's his responsibility. But at the same time, he is not doing for the sake of taking a pleasure out of it. There's a difference, right? There are people hurt others and they enjoy, but this person actually doing it out of pain, because that person otherwise he'll suffer more. That's why, suppose a teacher telling the student is not studying or not doing the work, that teacher is doing out of pain, because if they don't correct this boy's or girl's life will be spoiled. So that's the reason doing it. So that way, I think nothing wrong in that, because whoever is you as a teacher or as a responsible person, you are doing your duty, and not for your enjoyment. You are doing for the betterment of that person. So nothing wrong in that.
Clarified. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. If anybody else want to add anything, please go ahead. Okay, so how many of you called other people today? This one. Yesterday we discussed, right?
I did, Prabhuji.
Ha-
I have
Hare Krishna,
message.
Prabhuji. I did, Prabhuji.
Anybody
I
came?
called my neighbor. She said she
Okay.
will tell me. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, please, at least, let's spread this message as much. At least 2 people per day, let's call and invite them. Whether Bhagavatam class or chanting or whatever, somewhere, please connect them. Okay, Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. I'll stop here. Tomorrow may